Travis Hatton here. I'm the music director of the Beaverton Symphony Orchestra. And I'm really excited to be able to tell you that the Beaverton Symphony Orchestra is getting back together, and we're currently preparing a brand new live stream concert that we're going to be sharing with the community. I'm also really excited to be able to tell you that we're bringing back the pre-concert talk. And that's a talk that I tend to talk about each one of the pieces of music that's going to be performed on the concert. For this spring strings concert, we've got a 4-part mini-series planned that we'll talk about each piece individually. In addition to that, we're going to be preparing a 30-minute pre-concert talk that will be aired before the performance. We're going to go on now a little bit here. I've got this next piece that I want to share with you. This is a really great piece. I think we're probably going to end the program with this piece. And this is a piece, also a 20th century composition. It is called the Simple Symphony by Benjamin Britten. Now, I got to tell you that this is not really a symphony. It's not. It is, however, a 4-movement piece that kind of follows the kind of fast, sort of minuet dance, slow movement, fast finale kind of format that a symphony has. And I got to tell you, it's probably altogether the longest piece that we are going to be playing on this particular program. But this piece has a really interesting origins, as many of our pieces do on this particular concert. The materials, that is to say, the basic materials that comprise this piece were written by Benjamin Britten even as a preteen. Before he was even a teenager, he wrote the melodies and some of the shapes of this particular piece. Later on in his life, when he was a mature composer, Britten had an opportunity to kind of look back on some of this music that he wrote way back then, and he said to himself, this stuff is not so bad. So what he did is he took that material. Now, of course, he reworked it. He flushed it out, he orchestrated it, he kind of, put it together in a way that would really come off as a piece of music, and published it as Simple Symphony. And it still has the opus number of Opus 4. Very early composition. So it's mature Benjamin Britten only in its treatment of the materials. But the actual melodies, all of the stuff that's here as terms of the structure of the piece was written when he was a preteen. And it's really, I got to share the titles of the movements with you. I think I know them, so I don't have to look them up. But the first movement, for example, is called Boisterous Bourrée. How about that for a title? Now, how about this? The second movement is called Playful Pizzicato. And if you don't know what pizzicato means, that is when the string players put their bows down and simply play their instruments by plucking the strings. And that's what they do in the second movement of this piece. They pluck the strings for the entire movement. The third movement is called Sentimental Saraband. And the final movement is called Frolicsome Finale. So they're very kind of, maybe even cute names of movements for this simple symphony. The title says Simple Symphony, but the members of the orchestra will tell you it's not really all that simple to play. It's got some true difficulties in it. But we're really happy to do this piece. This is a really, it's hard work, but it is really a fun piece to play. And I think if you haven't heard this piece before, then I'm actually kind of excited for you, because it is a really great piece. Not one that you get to hear on concerts too often, because it is a string orchestra piece. Just a lot, really happy to be able to have this piece for you. All right? Benjamin Britten, Simple Symphony. So I really hope that you will be joining us for our fall concert. And until then, I hope that you're able to tune in to some of our live stream concerts that will be happening between now and then. Thank you very much for listening to this video.